The famous hadith of our sixth Imam, Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, in which the Imam lists 9 names that he describes as names bestowed upon Fatima s.a by God Himself. So these aren't names that have been attributed to her by society or even her own father. These are names given to her by God. So he lists those names. Some of them you're familiar with: Al-Muhaddatha, Al-Alima, Al-Siddiqa, Al-Mansura. Each one of which truly deserves an entire series of trying to match the names with the attributes of Fatima and trying to gain an understanding of why these attributes have been given to her, because that's what a name is, right? In the case of most people like you and I, a name is just a reference. A name is borrowed from another person, perhaps someone who's famous, a celebrity. In many cases, people, when there's like a famous series on television in America, that same year they say that we find a spike in a particular name that can be traced back to one of the actors in that series. It could be an athlete, it could be your grandmother, it could be someone that you've loved. But in the case of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, we know that their names are not chosen arbitrarily. Their names have been bestowed upon them, given to them by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there are many stories that verify this belief of ours, right? The fact that Imam al-Hasan is born, but Fatima s.a refrains from giving him a name. She delegates the task to Amir al-Mu'mineen, and the Imam then delegates the task to Rasulullah, and Rasulullah then says, I would not name him until I wait to hear from God. So, salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So in this hadith, our sixth Imam lists these names and gives us a brief glimpse of their meanings. When he gets to the most famous attribute of Fatima s.a, her name of Fatima, which is an adjective that means, quite literally, the person or thing that prevents. Fatm means to end the period where a mother nurses her child. That's called Fatm, Fitam. So what does Fatima mean? The one that prevents, the one that blocks, the one that ends something. So Imam as-Sadiq says that God named her Fatima. Why? لأن الخلق. Khalq is a generic term that applies to everything created by God. It doesn't just mean humans, it means everything. لأن الخلق فطموا عن معرفتها. Because God's creations have all been prevented from truly knowing her. A sense of mystique. Who is this Fatima?